Hello there fellow humans and welcome to this video. Today I want to talk about the WoTB IS7. If you're a friend of Amorak's, then you've probably heard of this tank before. But let's go over it nonetheless. Very good turret armor, very good armor as well. It has a pike nose, which, I mean, is more a hindrance than a help anyway. The DPM is abysmal at 2,400. That's 1,000 less than the 113. Penetration, not too bad, not too great either. Accuracy, it's Russian, doesn't matter. No one cares. 6 degrees gun division, also very Russian. Not very good. But it's very fast. So, let's play this thing. Now, the WoTB IS7 meme essentially probably comes from it being Amorak a lot. Is that true? Well, kind of. It does get Amorak more than other tanks, because obviously if you have the Amorak right at the front, behind the front plate, then a shot through the front plate is gonna most likely damage the Amorak as well, which isn't very nice. But that's not the main problem with this tank. The tank itself is somewhat okay. It's nothing great. So there's that. The main problem it has is the DPM. That's the main problem it has. Because with that, you can't really do much against mediums, essentially. And the armor doesn't really allow it to be insanely effective against heavies either. Because, you know, obviously if you're just trying to brawl with a mouse, that's not going to happen. But the mobility in this thing, as you can see, is quite quick. I'm going to have to... I mean, someone's going to have to take the map control after all, right? If they don't have balls to do anything, then it's gotta be me. That has to be somewhat useful here. Guess I'm a light tank now, scouting or something. I don't know. Okay. Getting up there. Cost me a lot of hit points, but it was very good to gain the control of this hill. That's very cool. Okay. The Batcher is throwing away, which is not very cool. Okay, 100 looking there. Nope. Hello, Sheridan. No. I don't think you will penetrate me, my friend. Obviously, the problem I have now, I don't have gun depression, so I'm not going to go down to shoot him there. But that's fine. That shall do. Now, get facing forward so that he can't pen, and he doesn't pen, even though it's heat. That's nice. Okay, TVP. Can't pen my turret. A few times throwers can go through a bit of the turret, but essentially the turret is almost unpenetrable, except for the cupolas on top. So if you're face-hugging a mouse, they can shoot you through the roof. Come on, Sheridan. Yeah. I mean, if you're playing against people like that, obviously it's going quite easily in this tank as well. Come on, TVP. Nope. Well, it is a Russian gun, so if you do shout Stalin whenever you shoot, the accuracy becomes a lot better. So there's that to keep in mind as well. So overall, this tank, it's quite decent, let's say. It's nowhere near a VK72 level of garbage, but it's also no way near a chieftain level of excellence. So, to get back to the main question, do you buy the IS7 or do you not buy the IS7? Well, obviously, it essentially comes down to personal choice. If you want the tank, if you want the nostalgia with it, you know, being one of the first tanks that has been in the game, if you want that, sure, go for it. If you want a very competitive, very good tank, there's better options. But if you want to have fun, if you want to have a heavy that can get the job done, then the IS7 is certainly not too bad of an option there. You know, it's very straightforward as well, so you can also use it as like your first or second tier 10 there. I would always recommend the T125, but as a second tier 10, this thing, it works out quite well, I'd say. Because while the E5 is more like on the medium heavy side, this tank is an actual heavy, I'd say. So, yeah. There's that. Anyway, let's try to do something here. I'm 3.3k damage so far, which is quite decent, I'd say. Did he shoot? I think he did. I'm not quite sure. Style accuracy, there we go. Let's go. Is he gonna... like... okay, he's coming for me, I think. Or not. And he's dead. There you go. This tank is also very good if you have a very, very active playstyle. You know, if you move around a lot, if you reposition a lot, because it's quite mobile for a heavy tank. Which means you can reposition a lot, you can be very useful in a lot of different positions, which is nice. The only thing that holds it back essentially is the DPM. You know, it's a very stable platform, a very good platform, but the damage output is just very, very low. And that kind of holds it back. So what I would do to it, to make it more interesting and more competitive, just make the DPM 2.65, something like that. Just increase it a bit to make it more competitive on that front. But overall, the Sheridan's very racist, which is something that should not be tolerated. Wargaming, ban that guy, thank you. But anyway, I'm straying off course there. As you can see, you can do very well on the tank. But, it's a big but. There are better tanks. So yeah, let's get into another one, and this is kind of weird because there's only 3 heavies in the game, which is quite bad for this tank. Because, as I said, it has bad DPM, therefore it's quite bad at fighting mediums. But that's what you gotta do to win the game. Because if you don't have the map control, then you're not gonna win the game most of the time. So you gotta get that map control. How do you get that? By getting rid of these people. Okay, 1-1B. I mean, he has like almost 1,000 DPM more than me, which is kind of a problem. Which is the biggest problem that this tank has. But it's not a bad tank, I'd say, because it's still quite competitive. I mean, for the length that it's been in the game, it's still somewhat competitive. It's definitely better than stuff like the VK72. And, you know, the Object 260, think about it, which is just a pile of shit. But yeah, come on. There we go. Now, obviously, it should be pretty simple right here, I'd say. The Conwang's not looking at me, but you know. It's a Russian tank. You hit your shots. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be Ruski or something like that. Okay, now let's get to 8. Bonk. It's going quite quickly. I might not even get any more damage here, but 2k is already pretty decent, I'd say. Come on, keep. Thank you. Okay, 62, Vickers, and the Conwang. Well, that's still going fast. That's going quite fast there. But yeah, in this kind of scenario, 3,000 damage out of 2 minutes, that is very good. That is very, very good. Now, Russian accuracy, do not disappoint. Come on. Thank you. That is perfect. Yeah, as you can see, you can make this tank work very, very well. And in the end, you have to decide if you can give up DPM and gun depression to get nostalgia, speed, and a can of whoop ass. And the occasional ammo rack, but you know, that's the side effect. And yeah, to conclude this video, I don't even know what I wanted to say at the beginning. But the thing is, the don't buy the IS7 meme is that it's a meme. If you want a tank, go get it. It's quite decent actually, if you know what you're doing. And without all the disappointment, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Do buy the IS7 if you want to, but probably you shouldn't, because there's better options anyway. And see you for the next one, hopefully. Bye.